And we've got Vert stream going. We are good to go. You ready?
Hmm.
I gotta squish the thing first. My my favorite little thing I ever created here. I don't know why I like such silly things. All right, let's go. In case you missed out on last week's stream, I am working on a bag with a very elaborate pattern, and it's coming along nicely. We worked on the back side of it as well as a bit from the strap, and this week I plan on trying to make the front of it and seeing if we can't get it all joined together. So it's going to take a lot of time, but yeah, if we hurry up and get to it, maybe we can get some done tonight. All right, let's roll that intro. Everybody, we have a new secret word game where you can actually win a bag this time around, which I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. And then we also have, what's the other one? Nope, not that one. Oh no, I linked two of the buttons to the same thing. All right, let me just. How about now? Yes. Okay. That had to do with the whole breakdown of things earlier.
Right, one of the things didn't get
Oh my God. I was going to have a complete total mental breakdown there for a minute. Anyway, this is the crazy pattern. This thing is absolute madness. And I'm here for it, man. I'm ready. So, now that we got sound and stuff figured out, now we can figure out how to add string on here. Yeah, so today I had all kinds of amazing, great plans on getting a bunch of things accomplished that I needed. And then I found out that when trying to make two different profiles for OBS, I thought that I was on a separate one and I was just deleting things that I didn't need in that profile, but it deleted it on the other side where I did need it. And so I spent the today trying to make sure everything was working. And of course, you can't really properly test until you're actually live and people are telling you that, hey, you know, it's broken. Yes, please don't break the cabins. Don't. Oh, I got something on the printer. Hang on. Hey, check that out. Wait, to break the cabin out of the way. We've got. Oh, hang on. Why is. There we go. We got a new Patreon member. So Debbie has joined us over on Patreon. That is absolutely awesome. I'm gonna stick that right up here at the top. It's absolutely awesome. Okay. So right off of to the side of the cameras and stuff here, I have a bunch of floss that's all cut and ready to put on here. I did have to the thought that I could put all of the string onto this beforehand, but I thought that kind of takes away from the notion of like seeing what goes into actually making something. So here we are putting it together. You're getting a real-time idea of what it takes to make one of these. So speaking of throwing up the red card, do you guys ever see that one where the guy pulled the game Uno's reverse card, and when the referee pulled a yellow card on him, he pulled out a reverse? Thought it was great. Like, dude went onto the pitch with an Uno card in his pocket, just ready for that moment. So this whole idea of adding floss onto a strand like this is, I don't know. I had never seen it done before I was messing with it, although I'm sure people were. But it's such a cool way of being able to have a nice straight line about it. Mind you, you can change the way the knots go and it'll come in as a diagonal instead. So you can actually, you can make a V shape and then go flat, or you can go with a V shape down and then flat. There's like, it just depends on how you string them on and where you tie the knot. I'm kind of torn between the idea of just going straight off to the right or continuing putting in on both sides. A dark and a light one now. Oh, in case anybody is trying to chat in Facebook or Instagram, I don't know that I can necessarily see those messages. I'm sorry about that, but so let's see, it was a light and then dark, so now it's a dark and a light. Yeah, this isn't going to get confusing at all. So this is where the blue comes over the light one. So now I have to do a light and a dark. So in case anybody's curious, the string is cut to 1/3 length, so that way I don't have to replace it nearly as often. So now it's a light one, and then a dark one. So we got like 4 viewers over on Instagram, so welcome to you guys. Mind you, the better view is over on YouTube where you can actually win stuff, but hey, enjoy your Instagram. I know I've hung out on Instagram enough to enjoy all that. Let's see. Forgive me while I have to concentrate here at times, because no lie, some of this is absolutely intense. All right, so the next one is a dark and a light. Looks like I'm hanging up laundry. Nice. Oh man, I got creeped out by a lady while I was hanging up the laundry the other day. She was coming to put a flyer on our front door, and I'm reaching up and putting laundry up on the bamboo poles, and she just, I don't know, man, she gave me a look like I was just eye candy or something. Just really freaked me out. I get that I'm tall. Mom used to get a kick out of the fact that I could reach up there and just put stuff up, but this woman had that same sort of a, ooh, it's not cool.
Maybe she wanted to know where I got my Caucasian helper.
Right. Men doing chores. Nice. Soaking wet from doing the dishes. Okay, I think in order to better keep track of where I am, I think I'm going to match what I just did on the right side over on the left side. It's not mandatory, but it might just work a little bit better. So I'm going to have to shift my pattern over. Give me a second. Whoa, is that button touchy? Holy mackerel. Got a little roller thing on my mouse, and it's just like, zoom, a million miles. Like, holy moly. All right. Hey, sup to Yamamoto Tenma. I don't know. I have no idea if I'm even remotely close. Oh, it's Z. Hey, Z. That's awesome. We're getting all the homies to join here tonight. That's cool. All right, so this is the first one. So this is where the lighter goes over top. So the next one is a dark.
So we're getting checks from Political.
Oh, we are. Oh, because yeah, I got the one thing that's supposed to be like mashing the text together.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I may not know where you're actually watching it from, but I'm glad you're here. All right. And again, sorry if I don't chat as much because this is probably one of the most complicated things I've done in a while. Well, did you guys see the bracelet that I recently just made? This thing, holy moly, for something that is basically a fancy chevron, this one, that was a challenge. That was probably harder than what I'm doing right now. What? My Facebook page is Facebook? What? Now it thinks I'm Mark Zucker. What's this nuts? Yeah, there was a few people who absolutely just lost their mind over it. It started with an AZ Claire had done a bracelet that turns out that was 34 strings. And when I was first asked how many strings it was for, looking at the AZ Claire's, I had guessed 32. And then it turned into, wait, we got, oh,
Yes, I see.
Wow. He is subscribed to the channel.
awesome. We got a new subscriber. So yeah, then came me trying to make the pattern in 32 as opposed to 34. And then while I was there, the thing I didn't like about the other one is you either have to have two loops or separate tassels or whatever in order to do it, because the colors are separated one side from the other because it's like a candy stripe. And I'm like, well, if you just changed it from a candy stripe to a chevron, you could make it a whole lot cooler. And that was met up with a what? So I'm like, all right, I'll just go and do it. And I did. And then looking at it, I'm like, okay, I should really actually make that thing. And I did. Wait, if you get a video that ends up being about 20 minutes long and you had all the videos sped up at 10 times, that's what, 200 minutes? So is that how long it took me to make that thing? About 200 minutes? Oh, there we go.
Did,
The printer is spoken again. Whoa. The printer went a whole bot and a half here. Nurzeki has a new subscriber. Well, thank you very much for subscribing. Hopefully you enjoy the channel. I'm going to stick this over here next to the other one. That's awesome. Thank you. All right. I don't want to get too focused on trying to bring the whole V shape down all the way here, because that would just make this take longer. I kind of would rather get all the way out and get the rest of this thing connected. And then once it's all connected, we can just go crazy in any direction that makes sense. But I do kind of want to get a little bit of this area done. So I saw the bot come up. Didn't it just do a thing? Hey, we got another sub.
Yamamoto 10 was subscribed to the channel.
Thanks, Z. All right, so this little middle area will help me to recognize later on when we're trying to figure out where I went wrong, if that should happen. Well, just basically, I'll be able to see this is the center, because the center is the only area with the red. Well, at least in this part, there's some red in the sides and then red on the other side of the bag. So out of curiosity, would you call this the front or the back of the bag that I'm working on now? In my mind, I think it's the front because this is the side that'll get the button and the side that will face out towards anybody looking at it. Yeah, yes, these are various half hitches. Um, there's 4 different variations, so it's very easy to learn. Once you know all 4, you can do anything you want. Well, you can do anything you want that the string will let you. It's the Lego kid, or that Lego kid. Hello. I do love me some Legos. I remember back when you used to buy Legos and they would just give you like a box and tell you that this box will make like 115 different things plus what else your imagination can come up with. That's awesome. Okay. The Lego Kid's got a YouTube channel. Yeah, but my new craft, I never liked calling them forward and backward because like one of our closest friends is left-handed, right? So like for her, she might be more comfortable going to the left, kind of like how I am comfortable with going to the right. So it's more of a left knot, a right knot, a left then right, and a right then left. Those are the 4 knots. All right. Can I ease this thing over to the next section? All right. So the next is, so I actually, wait, am I right about this? I'm done. Yeah, I am done with the red and the light colors.
Didn't the printer send something?
Oh, I got another one. I need it to go ping or something. Yes. There we go. The sub. Yamamoto Tenma. Put this over here with the other ones. We got a nice little pile of paper over on this side here. I don't know if you guys can see it through the chat, but that's awesome. Thank you for subbing. I have no idea what that tally brings me up to. Really doesn't matter. But it's way cool. So wait, what do I need next? Oh, yellow. I gotta, how do Stream Elements needs a tune up. This Facebook thing is making it weird.
It's because the on-screen chat is truncating the link.
Oh, right. Wait, maybe I can fix that. Um,
Let's see what it says for the Discord one.
is that?
Yeah, it
Yep.
just puts the base link there.
Um, ooh, that suddenly got really cool in a hurry.
Nah.
No? Okay. I don't see the truncating part. Wait, filtering? No.
Doesn't really matter.
It does because the people can't just go to Discord and find me. You actually have to have the invite. So
Yeah,
it's,
but they can't. They're not gonna memorize it from this on screen.
yeah,
They're gonna have to go to the description. It's right there.
I actually forgot that it was in the description. So the fact that that's easy enough, that's cool. All right. So yellow, blue. Oh, just String Things is here too. Awesome. Wait, how many people are on here now? Kind of blown away by this. Um,
8 on the horizontal.
that's awesome. Thank you guys. I'm really, that's awesome. We've had over 121 over on the verticals as well. There's only 2 left now, but oh, so Z's on the vertical.
Yeah.
Oh. Z, come over to the horizontal. Try to win something. You'll have to rotate your phone, perhaps, but you know. Wait, not that one. Yeah, one of the games is seriously, it's as easy as high because every single time you guys chat, it rolls the dice, and if the number is 1, then it's broadcasts a winner. And awesome. Okay. Hang on. So basically, now I'm trying to cross off bits that are already done, just that way I don't get myself confused. It's not every pattern that I have to do this with. In fact, it's very, very seldom that I would ever go to the trouble of crossing off where I am in a pattern, but it's this one will definitely make me question if I'm doing it right a lot of the time. So better safe than sorry. I kind of like how it alternates though. It's like light and then dark, and then now it's a dark then a light. That's kind of fun. Oh, I thought of something really smart earlier. Um, Everybody should go into the settings and put in the speed of 1.25 because whenever there's an ad, it's going to make you fall behind a little bit. And if you put it in the 1.25, every single time you come back, it'll speed you up until you get to the current stuff.
So what happens if you don't get ads?
Then I go broke.
No, then
No, it just
now,
it plays once you're caught up, it plays at regular speed. But every time you fall behind, it'll race to catch you up. Because we've noticed a few times where like somebody watching has fallen behind by a good 5 minutes based on whatever, conversation we're having or, stuff like that. So I was trying to figure out like what's a good fix for it. And the other day I had joined a stream and I was behind and I realized, oh, that's the trick. You just have to put it in to go a little faster. And once it catches up, it goes at regular, pretty normal speed. So is he still with us? Hey,
I don't know.
Robert's here. Speaking of people who's fall behind in the chat, Robert, you're one of the ones that always seems to fall behind. Do the 1.25 trick. You change the speed settings. If you fall behind, you'll get caught up. So light and dark. Yeah, Kevin does that all the time. Oh man, I almost had a complete and total meltdown this morning. Ask Mandy. My hands were shaking. Oh, look at this. We only got a little bit more to go. Great. Um, that's this one. That's this one. Light dark. Okay. We're almost all the way over to the side. That means we can work on the other side, and then we can join this whole thing together. So it's a dark than a light. Yeah, we seem to have lost everybody on the vertical, and now we got 9 over on the horizontal. So maybe if Z is back over here on the big one, that'd be cool. Okay, dark then light. Okay. So that's that one. Then it's a light and a dark. Well, yeah, I'm missing things. What happened? What's with the ADHD? What did I do? Ding, 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 finding out. Not sure if I left myself a bit of scrap string because I'm going to need a piece in just a bit here. So I turned off the voice activated thing here, so I'm missing most of your guys' chat. So if there's anything good going on, maybe Mandy can kind of fill me in because I'm missing. What was the ADHD thing?
My knew it was filling Rara in on the fact that you almost broke yourself
Ah,
earlier. And I said that you've been doing it most of the day.
yeah. So earlier, I had seen a video about having separate profiles to be able to do different jobs inside of OBS. And so I thought that sounded fantastic. And I tried to differentiate the ones that I do for during the week from the ones I do on a Saturday. So I thought because I was in a separate profile, deleting some of the scenes would be fine. I thought that because I don't use this workstation on the weekday, I could get rid of it. So imagine my surprise when I changed to the other profile today and the actual view that you guys are getting wasn't there. So that set off panic mode. My hands were shaking. I was absolutely coming unglued. I didn't even know what to think or what to do. I got a hold of Mandy and told her that I needed her in Discord, if for nothing else, just to jot down notes of things that I'm missing so I can kind of let the brain just throw out all the things necessary and then go back and try to patch each one of the things. So yeah, there was a whole lot of work. Even from like the little bouncing box thing that starts off our stream, that was gone. Like everything. There was nothing that we use for the stream. So yeah, it was pretty scary. Thank you. Yeah, it was. OBS itself is relatively easy, but let's see if we go to like, we go back to this one. See how things kind of slide around and move? Or if we go to secret word game and then we go back to this one, see how everything kind of slides in and looks really cool? Yeah, all that different stuff takes me having to tell things where to start, where to go to, what to do. It's all a bit complicated, but I like it that way. In fact, I think mine and Mandy's cameras are actually supposed to do more in that second part of the scene thing there. And I have that actually on a list of things to look at for tomorrow. So if you're a member and you want to see how that goes, come join me tomorrow. Oh, speaking of Sundays, the next week we change into a new month on a Saturday, right? That'll be the first. And that means Sunday is the patron hangout. So yeah, if you're a Patreon member, all you have to do is come over and join us in Discord. It's the one that's called the Insiders. If you can't access that and you are a Patreon supporter, get a hold of me to let me know, and I'll make sure I get your name added in.
Did you share the live stream to Facebook?
Yes.
I'm surprised that our new patron isn't here.
Oh. Z had seen us over on the Facebook one and hit me with a sup. All right. So this is about as far to the right as I'm going. This line that I'm putting in now. I don't know why, but Spotify every once in a while is like, let's just throw something crazy at you. So how did that turn out? Was it like, did you make multiples of the threads to make it thicker, or did you make the tiniest bracelet ever? Okay, so all I have to do over here is bring the yellow one down. Let's try that. Hang on. I knew I had a little piece of string around here somewhere that I use for this. So by taking this little string here, I can clip that up to the top of my clipboard. Now I can take this blue string here. So that gives me that one. And that one. Okay, now so this side is ready to be joined onto the strap. All right. So now it's the other side of this. So now it's a yellow. Oh, why is it? My Vert stream thing got thrown off. It's on the wrong thing. So blue, yellow. This time the blue goes out. And that's that one. So for the people in vertical who can't tell, I'm crossing off whatever I do as I go along so as to not get confused because it's just a lot of strings doing the same stuff. And it can be really, really easy to miscount the number of strands that I'm putting on here. And that would inevitably lead to some really big mistakes. Okay, so this time the yellow goes over top. I'm seeing lots of people joining over on Instagram. Most of them aren't sticking around, which is a bit of a bummer. But making this thing discoverable is absolutely my goal here. So hopefully, I mean, even if it just adds us another couple people that decide they want to try to make things or gonna watch some videos and get help, it's a good thing, right? Yeah, this song is absolutely does rock. Just string things. I like the fact that you guys can actually see what I'm bopping my head to over here. That makes me my purchase worth it. We actually know a gal whose name is Simona, right? Did I say it right? Shimona. Shimon? Yeah. Anyways, close. I always figured that like her guy, he's gonna hear the song and he's just gonna alter the words to make it fit. Because it's really, really close. All right. Yellow, blue. So when I cut the strings, I actually counted out like how many I needed. It feels so weird. The hooks are like almost empty now, but I'm reaching the end of whatever has to be added on. The little bits that are left may get used later on when I start running out of string. So it's going to be a bit of a, add where as needed. So basically, starting next week, there'll be a box nearby of bobbins wound with all this floss as just in cases. I need another piece of string. How is it I don't have string? I don't. I didn't lose it. I just normally there's like bits of string all over the place, and for some odd reason, I must have like tidied up or something. I don't know. That doesn't seem like me at all. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to look in some of the streams, but I'm going to slide this up a little bit higher so I can get. It's kind of moving around on me, and I'm trying to prevent that from happening. I so wish there was a way that, like, the camera picking up on the nets was automatically just crossing off whatever is accomplished. There's a couple people that are just a different smiley face because they're just a little bit behind the others. But most of you guys are all pretty much from the same time, I think. Oh, Robert, that's a terrible joke. I believe the original joke went, the difference between pink and purple is the grip. Who's good nighting us?
Menu.
Oh, good night, menu. I guess I should have been able to have guessed that one. All right. So this little segment now, all nice and done for as far as we're taking that this moment. It looked pretty neat. Still a lot to do in there, but, you know, we don't have to do it right away. I'll leave those little extra strings in it. I gotta get into probably. So here, I've got a monstrous sized clip to just kind of take this, put it up for a second, because two of the strands are way too long. And see, now I got extra string again. Yeah. So now we pull out the stuff from last week. So we got this thing, we got this one. But I need to get the other side of this going, or we get too far ahead of everything. Um, so 3 yellows, which is really 6 littler ones. 1, 2, 3. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3 yellows, 1 red, and 1, 2, 3, 4 blue. Gotcha. There, you fucking short. I'm writing the report. Once again, to a friend. All right. All nice and sorted. So now So I guess by next week, I'm actually going to have to link the patterns that we started off with to together, so that way everything is all on one thing inside of GIMP. So that way we can actually figure out where we are and what gets done, and probably the easiest way to prevent a mistake. I can't believe how far we've gotten already, actually. I'm really pretty excited about this. So this area that I'm working on, it's just basically chevrons to start. The complicated bit will come a little bit later on. So depending on how you count it, there's either 3 or 4 different things about to come together. So the strap has 2 sides of it, so that you could either count that as 2 separate things that get joined to the other 2 pieces, or it's just one. It really, I guess to me, it seems like it's 4 things, right? The right side, the left side, the front, and the back. I still have not figured out. Did anybody give any comment? Did you see, honey, about whether or not the piece that we were working on, is that considered the front or the back?
I didn't see any responses.
Okay, because that's kind of open to debate, I imagine. I think of it as the front because it is the side that faces everybody else. Like if you're going into the mall or the hotel or something, it's the side, the to me, the part that faces everybody, that would be the front of it. Like if you were going into a Louis Vuitton store, which side would they put in the display facing out towards the public? That to me would be the front. And so that's why it's just got that long flat area, is because the flap that buttons down, it comes up and over that. Yeah, but I did the big diamondy part first. So I'm going to show you guys here in a moment me actually joining all of the bits together. I don't ever want to be you. And throw on your hands. I want to be like him. You don't want to be just like you. And it's just as the anthem throw on your hands. Shake it twice, it's okay. Shake it 3 times. Where's the other end of this? This is the anthem throw on your hands. So this is really cool. We're just about ready to join all the pieces together. I was thinking baked. There we go. Let's go. All right. I think I need to move the board down a little bit. This is about to get differented. So we have this piece of the strap here, and then we have this piece. Oh yeah, this is going to be a doozy. So that's already got the two. So this row, and over this yellow. I need to mark down a little bit of this where we're at here. So this is done, and that goes all the way to there. All right, perfect. So we are quickly getting to the point where there is just a whole bunch of string hanging down at me. And that's good. Progress is being made. Just gets a little bit crazy at first. Seems like it's been a little bit since I've had this much string coming at me at once, but I feel like I should know that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's way over 100. The patterns over on my website, you can actually look at it. It's pinned to the top to make it easy to find. One hundred string bags are roughly like the small ones that I do. Remind you, what did you just get reminded of? Oh yeah. So what'd you think of that one? Yeah, that suddenly gets right. Like I've got the string to make some of that stuff, and I am now so confused as to which version of that I want to make because it is they're so fascinating. You can just do so many crazy things. Oh wait, that's not technically true. That's I'm on the other side. Wait, why am I? All right. Wait, I think I'm supposed to technically have the other pattern open. This got weird. It opened itself up in a separate window. All right, so one side is done. Now it's time for the other one. Okay. you really want to do something with catnip for your cats, I have a good suggestion. If you've ever made paper cubes by folding paper up, you can make a dice, right? Or whatever kind of cube. If you have the skills to be able to figure out how to do that, you can do it with rat wire. Rat wire is the kind that like all the little squares are about 1 cm. So you build yourself one of these things and you make it so that way one side is able to be opened up, if you need to. How you get it to join is with like the screws and the bolts and stuff, and some thick washers, and you can get this thing all bolted together and comes together, right? Then you put a nice heavy weight, like weightlifting weights, down in the bottom, and then you plant some catnip in a flower pot and you stick it down in there and you close it up. Put that somewhere where it gets lots of light, and the catnip will grow up and out through the rat wire, and so the cats can get a little bit of it at a time, and they will keep it trimmed because catnip won't go to seed if it can't get above 12 inches. So you just have to keep the wire has to be down like 10 inches or more. And yeah, my cat used to sit on top of the thing, and it was just like waiting for some catnip to come up there, and it'd take its little claw and try to fish out some. And yeah, pretty awesome. Wow. All right, got all kinds of stuff to cross out now. From there to there. Then all of this is done. So the back is all attached now with the strap part. And then about to put the other side on. Uh, Hang on. I gotta move little clips and put in bigger ones. A force speed. Thank you very much for the compliment. I have no idea. Your words run all together and they're making me crazy.
A force to be reckoned with.
Force to be reckoned. There we go. I knew it probably made sense if my brain wasn't warped. Hello. All right, I need the other pattern now. I'm on this side. I suddenly got really confused. Like, wait, what? I'm where? So now the next one should be yellow. It is. And that goes. Yeah, with every knot, we're just getting a little bit closer to having this whole thing joined together and actually becoming the beginning of the bag itself, which is great. It's still going to take a couple more weeks before like the full idea of what the pattern is about is really going to shine. Because right now you're getting bits of it, but the pattern itself is so intense and it is so crazy. I really do want to know how many strings this is now. Now I'm like suddenly like really, I just want to know. So now you can kind of see that I'm kind of jumping all over the place a bit. That's because I am having to go to where the knots need to be done in order to get the next section done. And that's kind of what will kind of go on for the whole rest of this bag is you just have to kind of work in segment areas where, you know, you're at and kind of just bring it down wherever possible. Some will make a lot of sense. Some will be a bit of a, oh, I guess I have to do that bit before I do the next. It's all part of the art. I guess at some level it all makes sense if you know what you're doing. And so like I don't have to like jot down every single knot that I do. Like over here, I can see that there's this great big diamond that's getting built, and I'm working my way inwards. This is the dark part of it. That is 3 knots to the left and 3 to the right. And inside of that, there's a single yellow. That's easy. I can keep track of that in my head. It's just later on, I want to know that that area is done. Kind of just coming along really, really nicely. I need to remember. So next week, I'll make sure that I set up my phone as an additional camera, and then we can kind of zoom around and show bigger pictures of the whole thing. But of course, by then, the whole thing will be a cylinder, and you won't be able to see the whole thing as wide as it is right now. So what I did here was I left off everything because I could bring this yellow from way up here all the way down in one long straight row, which just feels just a little bit easier than trying to do a little bit start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. So you can see I just can bring this one down all the way to the end, and that closes off that diamond area. All right. Hooray. Now become a member of the YouTube, and then you can join in on the insiders and stuff and hang out with us. The next hangout is actually just about a week away, a week from tomorrow. Yeah, YouTube members. It's there's a thing that says join somewhere on YouTube. I don't know where it is. I think it's next to the subscribe thing. Yeah, you'll start off with a nice little yellow smiley face next to your name, and you'll help me to afford more floss because that's a thing. Actually, right now, we're just trying to pay back the whole. Do you know it was $500 to do 3 more years of my website? So like all those patterns that are available, all that stuff. That was brutal, man. Okay. One of us. One of us. Oh, hang on. Some of my string has gotten. Oh, there we go.
Woohoo!
Woohoo's?
Woohoo!
Did I miss something?
We have a new member.
We do. I didn't see the thing come up. It didn't come across my radar. How did that not make a thing?
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Oh, yeah. How did it go to the thing? Thank you. Just string things. Thank you. You are fancy now. Thank you, Rah Rah, and thank you, Just String Things. That is awesome. Thank you so much. So just string things, in case you didn't know this, on top of the fact that you're financially helping me, you now have access to a bunch of videos that aren't that haven't gone public yet, and that includes all of the Christmas ornaments and things for the rest of this month and into next month and all that. You can go watch all that stuff.
Did the printer fall asleep?
Oh, no. It's really quiet. I'm really impressed with this print. There it is. Just String Things is now a member. Check it out. Our little bot has been busy over here. I don't know where to put it now. Stick it right there. It's so quiet. There needs to be a beeper or something for this thing. It is
You need
silent.
to put it somewhere you can it'll catch your attention.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's use up paper.
But it's right. It's magnetic, and my easel's wood. It doesn't work on wood like a Sonic. Maybe I can figure something. It's really cool though. But have you guys actually seen what the printer looks like? This thing is so darn cute. That's my printer. Tell me that's not adorable. I was looking at the one with the little cat ears, but Mandy, you got me this one instead. Oh, look at that. Huh. Wait, it's not blocking the camera or nothing? Ah, it can actually sit right up in front of me. Awesome sauces. That big bulldog clip thing. Yeah, and now you don't have to worry about toner. There was somebody in the comments asked, what do you do when you run out of toner on a thermal printer? Come on, people. We're not going to get through this. This is...
I almost died when I saw the comment.
Oh, so just string things. The other thing that you get to do is I live stream quite frequently. And let's see, can I get to where... So this is like my schedule for next week. I'm basically, what is it, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday going to be live streaming behind the scenes stuff, whatever it is I'm working on. So, yeah, you can join in, check out what's going on. If I'm recording like a voiceover or a pattern, I can't really chat, but anything else, I can chat and I will talk to you, and that's always fun. So yeah, as much as I love Patreon and what it's done for me, and the fact that that's a better split than what YouTube is, there's just no way to make it as possible to give as many benefits to the Patreon supporters as I can with the YouTube, because with YouTube everything is all just integrated, and it just makes it that much easier. It's so much better. You're not responsible for anything. You just get to hang out and see stuff. If you go over, oh, you should check out the community tab. Over in the community tab, I keep sharing patterns early and um stuff like that. Like, it's so funny because if you're just a regular person and you go into the YouTube community tab, you'll see some things. But if you're a member, it suddenly like explodes with so many more things. Pretty cool. So now you can see the great big red diamond that goes on the sides of the bag. Because that's just awesome. Let me move this out of the way before it gets damaged. I gotta unclip this one. Ah! I'm losing bot things. Hey, Debbie made it. Hello, Debbie. Debbie is extra special. Debbie is not just a Patreon supporter. She's also a YouTube member. She's like decided to join both sides. I think that's pretty amazing. All right, so
Debbie her print out.
oh yeah, Debbie, you missed it earlier. We did a printing. It was the first one. This is the special one. We we uh we have a little happy printer here. This guy, and you had the honorary place of being up first up here on the thing. We got some new subs. We got a new YouTube member. But you're extra special there. Thank you so much. All right. So now it's all one piece, right? It goes from one end to the other. But now what I need to do is I need to connect this end to this end. So I'm going to turn it around backwards. And I've got this piece of cutting board that should be perfect. It's not centered very well. Hang on. This is why I keep a whole ton of clips around. You never quite know how many you'll need to do the job. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to lower this down some. Like that. That way I have some room at the top to clamp it in place. I need another clip. How do I? All right. Now I need to adjust where the pattern thing is. There we go. So this is all done up to here. And all of that. Okay. I just basically need to see where I am in the whole overall theme of the project in order to make sure that I'm not making mistakes. Okay, so this is just some right knots right here. That's just going to go to the end. It's just going to go over this yellow. And I can mark that off over on the pattern. That's we just did this row right here. So the next one is the yellow. So the yellow is going over the dark. Over the light. Over the dark. Into the next light. So despite the fact that it's not very stable yet, we do have a cylinder at this point, as well as having a ton of string hanging down in front of me. Yeah, I'm going to take a bunch of this and just kind of get it off to the side. I don't need that much string sitting on my lap. It's just too warm. All right, so now it's just 3 knots of the blue. And then we're going to have 3 light ones. Oh, honey, is I guess the community tab doesn't have like links to the actual posts, do they? Or do they?
Links to what book?
So, Debbie was talking about wanting the pattern to that complicated bracelet I did, and that's over in the community tab. I was wondering if you could share a link with her. I mean, I don't know that they actually like the individual things that go in there if they're actually linkable, or you just show the link to the community tab, because that's where all of the patterns for members and stuff all end up, is over there.
Just hit each of the link.
Okay.
So the
Just-
first
just-
one will come, right?
Yep. Oh, I don't. It's truncating it again. Oh, I'm not in the. Oh no, it only does it in the other one. Okay, never mind. It truncates it on where I see it. So on YouTube, there's like when you're at the thing, there's like a number of tabs like playlists and video. Wait, is it videos, playlists, community, about something else? No, that's the wrong one. That one. So this is my page. You see the videos and stuff. They got the live streams that are happening, different links to all the shorts. Community, it's video shorts, live playlist, community, membership, and store. So yeah. Yeah. And you can find out things like the scheduling for when I'm going to be doing the live streams that are special for the members only, all that kind of stuff. There's all kinds of information in there that makes it pretty cool. Yeah, this is starting to really come together now. I'm really excited. So there's kind of a plus side and a downside to only doing these bags on the live streams. The downside is just when I'm starting to get really, really into it and really excited, it's about the end of the stream and well, that's it. I have to wait a whole week to do it again. But on the plus side, this is the kind of project where once you get into it and once you see that how every little knot is contributing to something big and glorious, it can get real easy to suddenly just lose 6 hours of knotting and suddenly realize like, oh wow, I haven't moved at all. My whole body's cramping up. Because that kind of stuff happens. I remember that from the big project. So, wait, let's go back to talking about this bracelet for a second, though. This thing is this is advanced level stuff. Um, I do not recommend anybody who is not super confident into tackling this particular one. The the other one that's kind of like a candy stripe might be just a tiny bit easier, but not much. They are very, very complex bracelets. Um, I don't want to discourage people from having a good time and tying knots, but if you struggle with something simple, um, you this one is going to break you. It's I had to cross off as I went along with that thing. That thing is absolutely just brutal. It's a it's a glorified chevron. It has little diamonds coming down the middle, and then there's little zigzags spaced out just around those little tiny diamonds. That's all it is. There's nothing. It shouldn't feel as hard as it is, but it does. It's really hard because there's 16 colors, and yeah, I went with the 15 of the ones that somebody else had pulled out for it, added a red to that, and went with it. Like that made the pattern. Then I pulled out my own 16 colors that didn't match up with hers at all. So that added an extra layer of oofs. All right, I need to turn this thing just a little bit. Um, kind of yes and no. Um, there were elements of that, but I found what actually works the best is there's a certain L-shaped thing that was going on that kind of once you watch the video. Okay, wait, the video of me making it isn't done yet. I haven't done the voiceover to it. That'll be out. I was supposed to be out today, but then the whole fiasco with OBS happened. Um, but the making one, watch how I do it. You'll find out that doing the slant thing would not be the most efficient. And I went totally all out on efficiency and went and just hooked that thing up. And it wasn't until like later on in it that you can really see that that rhythm kind of coming out. Yeah, it is something else. But yeah, do it. I know what you're talking about, doing the little row at a time thing. Yeah. Um, but it takes away from the fact that there's like places where there's like little areas of things that are grouped together that are happening, like those little center diamond things. Somebody turn down and show it, play that one. Plus, I kind of think that doing the row by row thing, it kind of can lead into a bad habit. You start doing it on the most difficult ones, and pretty soon you're missing out on segmenting ones that are easier. I mean, look at this thing. This thing's a beast, but I can see diamonds in it all over the place. And if I just work on those diamonds, even if it's a little bit weird, it'll still lead to having much more efficiency.
Yeah, I was just thinking, trying to follow the pattern just row by row.
Yeah.
Having to check up every single knot as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, on something this big.
Yeah. It's not easier. It isn't. I swear to God, it isn't. It's a bad habit that some people fall into because they bit off one that was too hard and didn't know any other approach to it, and so then they go row by row. It's they didn't learn to walk yet. They wanted to run, but now they're trying to they need the railings and stuff to get them going. It's just easier to kind of learn the stuff and then kind of run with it and try to find your path, because the way that I found that it was working, like, mind you, it took me half the bracelet to kind of get into a good rhythm. But once I got it, oh man, there's like these little L-shaped things, and you might be actually be able to see it in the areas as I was marking it off. That those little L shapes, you do one knot here, and suddenly then you get three in a row. Then you put a knot over there, and now you get three more in a row. It was, and then you get the little squares pop out and stuff. It was cool. Yeah, now that thing is just that would break the Kevin, and no, no, please no. Yeah, there's no simple way around those. The ones where what's the Scottish thing that kind of weave?
Celtic
No, the other one with the kilts end up as.
cotton.
No, it's just there's a certain thing where the patterns like a hound's tooth or whatever. When you every other knot goes a different direction.
Yeah, it's a cotton.
Yeah, that stuff. That stuff is like there is no simple way of getting through that. That's when you do the straight rows. That's when you're kind of stuck with it. Don't get in that. Yeah, segments are always easiest. Finding a small area, tackling it, and then move on to the next one. It's by far the most efficient way of doing it. Really impressed with the progress here today. Really kind of coming along. I would like to have this cutting board thing in a white. The dark blue kind of loses itself. It would be nice to have a better contrast. I might wrap it in paper or something next week's. Oh yeah, that would be kind of fun. Actually, I have a thought for a challenge. I haven't figured out where like to post it or whatever, but um, so the bracelet that I just showed you starts out with a big old chevron, and it's just a normal plain old. Starts with the red at the top and just comes down. The next one's the orange, and it just goes through like all 16 colors. So if you actually map that out on my graph paper, right, that's easy peasy. Then if you take the examples from Fancy Candy and you just run stripes or you run whatever you want to through it by actually changing the the color of the knot by using the colors coming from the other side, um, creating some varieties of this that maybe aren't so difficult. Maybe you just run. I had one where I just ran two straight rows through here. You could do it where there's two rows of diamonds coming through here. You could do so many different variations. And I think the challenge would be to see if you come up with something so unique and so different that you make everybody just in awe of it. So I'll put together the chevron and put it out for you guys, and I'll put it over in the community tab, and then everybody can have a go at changing it up and doing stuff. Because one of my fancy diamonds, or fancy candy stripes, came down with like a single row, and then got fatter until it got to the middle, and then went back to a single row on the other side. That one was gorgeous. Do that in a double wide, a fancy chevron, that could be just absolutely amazing. And again, you can adapt it to whatever skill level you're at. If you're new to it, maybe you just do a little thin stripe coming down the middle. It'll still look cool. It will. I swear to God. So yeah, I'll put it together. I'll make a short video explaining how to alter it and what you can do. And yeah, it'll be fun. Sure. Talk to me. Fancy Candy actually is is the name of the video. You can actually go look that up if you want to see it. But yes, what is your question? Ooh, pretty close. Pretty close. Maybe not exactly, depending on what you add to the candy. But for the most part, yes, it is pretty close to using it evenly. Even this crazy thing used the colors pretty evenly.
Good question.
Absolutely. We have an aesthetic bear saying hello. Hey, how are you tonight? Show you what? I'm suddenly very confused. Oh, my face. Wait, you can't see my face? Where are you watching this from? Are you on? Oh, vertical went black. Why did that happen? There we go. Holy cow. There we go. Thank you for letting me know that something broke with YouTube. Vertical. So busy having fun with people on the horizontal.
If that sounds wrong,
Vertical stream was completely blacked out. I have no idea why. I can't. Gotta believe that that probably hurts the viewer rating for YouTube's. I am tying knots and embroidery floss to make a bag that'll be big enough to hold a phone. Actually, judging by how big this thing is right now, show me what you got. That's awesome. That's a Rick and Morty for sure. Um, but yeah, comparing this to my phone, there's gonna be plenty of room. Yeah. Hang on, I need to. This is to there and there. Bring in this other blue. Yeah, I can't believe we're almost 1 o'clock. Holy crap. Ooh. I don't know how to answer that one. I'm legal to drink. I'm old enough to have been making bracelets since 1987. Does that help? I am originally from the Detroit area, but I now live in Singapore. So it's yeah. Is your ringtone? Seriously? That's nice. I had my phone on do not disturb mode, but I like my ringtone a lot. Hang on. Let me change the DND and the silent. Honey, hit me with a call. No, I'm in
Which
Singapore. I think it works with either YouTube or the regular, or not YouTube,
call?
the WhatsApp or a regular call.
Calling.
That's my ringtone. I could let it go longer. I'd get into that one. I love that. I'm sorry, I missed something. Am I Israeli? No, I am not. I was American. I now live in Singapore. I was from Detroit, Michigan. I was from the Motown. All right, so now that it's all joined really well, I think I don't need all the extra clips, and I can undo the string thing here. And the string thing from there. Kind of bring it around a bit. My god name? I don't think I have a god name. Master of the string! I am the knot master. Or not god, spelled Knot. I like that one. There you go. Rah rah. That is awesome. I think I'm gonna guess this person's probably on the vertical stream still, so they're missing out on additional comments and such. That's funny though. Hmm. So now my goal is to find an area to work on that will unlock the most stuff. And I guess that's going to be this one over here. A little thin. I'll shore up everything. So over the blue, over the yellow, over the blue, and then turn at the yellow. Yeah, this is definitely some next level stuff here. This is anybody who's a beginner at bracelet making, please practice up on some easier stuff first. This is definitely some next level stuff. It's not me trying to keep you from doing the fun stuff. This is just more difficult. Yeah. That's always. We just recently went and cleaned out the freezers talking about ADHD. ADHD tax was hard. We found things in there that in the freezer that had been sitting waiting to be eaten for like a couple of years. Oops. Well, that's what happened with the big project. That was I can do that. 9 months later, I am so glad that's over. So just string things. What is the name that you're using over in Discord? Is it the same? Because I have to add you to the insiders. Oh, I just remembered. If any of you ever try to actually call me, there is a really good chance that if my phone is not on Do Not Disturb, which would be the first reason I don't answer, is because I didn't know. Because my phone's on Do Not Disturb because of recording and all that kind of stuff for the most part. But if it, by some odd chance, was not on Do Not Disturb and I don't answer, it's because I'm rocking out because my ringtone just slaps. That's pretty legitimately, yeah, that could happen. Hmm. I'm trying to catch up on some videos and getting a bunch of work around here done. I want to get the top of the trolley cleared off. That's been like a goal that I've been intending to do for days. I want to get it cleared off so that way I can move this easel off when I want to do some photo shooting and some other things. So, plus there's a book
We
up
have
there.
date night planned for Friday.
Yep. Oh, day out Friday. Um, all right, have a good one. Just string things. Have a good day or evening or. Hey, it's I know who that is. That safety you know that I dude who's got gems and stuff out in the west side of the US. Why can't I think of the name? Safety driver safety? Something, one of those things. How are you?
They're on the vertical.
Oh, okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're catching like the last 10 minutes. I have to, I am very sorry, but it has been a very long, and frustrating kind of day. I thought I ruined it and wasn't going to have a live stream today. It had gotten so bad. Um, and I'm going to cross off where I've accomplished here so I don't have a problem later on. This thing is absolutely just coming along. Seriously. Hang on. Let me pull this out and spin it around a little bit. So this is the side of the bag that's going to fold over the top. So we got the really cool straps that Mandy made for it. And then this is going to fold over like that to keep the phone safe. That is so awesome. So yeah, I think the next area I want to work on is over here. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I too find it to be very, very beautiful. And yeah, mind you, the pattern was inspired. There's a bracelet that I absolutely do not like wearing. See how tiny those knots are. This is super fine stuff. But it's polyester and it does not feel nice. So it makes a really good bookmark in my journal. Um, but yeah, that was the inspiration. I took this and ran with it, and that's where we got to where we are now. Yeah. So they used polyester thread, um, kind of thickened it up by putting a number together at a time. I don't know, 3, 4, or 5. So yeah, the knots are super extra fine. Yeah, I'm going to be working on lots of videos this week, a lot of mashing up stuff. Yeah? All right. Safety's going to be making a bag. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. If you need help, let me know. I do try to help everybody best I can. Um, the essential part of making a bag with string is you start with a cylinder, and then from there, you can just kind of do whatever. You can make it as long as you want. You can make it boxier. There's a whole lot of things that become available once you kind of start that path. Nice. Well, so the shaping can come down to, um, I don't know how to describe this. Honey, can you pull up a picture of like the Celtic bag, the base of it?
Okay, give me a minute to find it.
Okay.
Where did I get it the last time? Instagram, right?
I'm not honestly sure at all. So,
Oh no, the what? Okay, no, keep going.
so that particular bag consists of the fact that like when the knots are coming down, you get these diamonds, right? So I put a diamond on one end and a diamond clearly on the other end, and then everything else I brought down and brought it flat. So when it went together, it kind of looked like the bottom of a cereal box. So that's one way. Another way is simply turning it all inside out and tying it into knots. Right? So all of the connections are on the inside, and that way you have a bag. Like this is one of my lights, and then this is for some glasses I have. But that's another way of doing it. The flat, when you do it flat like that, they don't hold as much. Then there's the complicated round ones those are crazy. Those are next level stuffs. Ever find it on?
Finding.
Okay.
So trying to get it to load.
Okay. Hang on. Been watching. Da 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 da. Uh, uh, so no, it didn't start in the middle. The kumi start. So the kumi is, we started with really, really long string. We measured off a third of the string to kind of set aside to be one side of the bracelet to come down. Then she made the loop, the strap part, with about a third of the string, and that left another third on the other side. So that's how it kind of we
There you
used.
go.
All right. Wait. Oh, can I get? Hang on. Nope. I can't get it to go to the vertical stream.
It's there. It's not.
No. It's
Instagram is doing it.
yeah, Instagram would do it, but not the other one.
I see. Oh.
Go back to the workstation thing. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I can't. The picture's in the regular one. But yeah, there's. Yeah, I'm pretty much dedicated to working on something like every single day. Actually, I don't know if you guys know this. We're coming up to the 500th video that I've uploaded. That's not including any of the live streams. That's not including the Patreon. I used to do a daily vlog thing over on Patreon that apparently nobody really watched, so I stopped doing that. 500 actual tutorials or videos, like crazy. But yeah. But there you guys go. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Like I was saying earlier, my schedule for next week is going to be, I'll be there for members on Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday. Friday, I got date night with the wife. Wednesday, I'm probably going to do some shopping and other odds and ends I need to do for myself. And then, yeah, we'll be back again next week. And this one? Why is this button not working? Huh. Where's my... Am I back now?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks again, everybody, for everything. I will be back next Saturday, and then Sunday is the members hangout. So if you're either a Patreon supporter or a YouTube member, you can hang out with us ask all the questions and just actually talk to me through Discord. So that's another good reason to join if you haven't already. It's $5 in Singapore. I think that means it's only $4 a month in USA. So if you haven't already, do it. It would be really awesome. And yeah, as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.
You can't power me up if you can't catch me. Ha ha ha.
Oh my god, that's so funny.